Okay. Okay, good evening, everybody. We're going to get started if you would like to have a seat. Oops. Could everybody hear me? Okay, testing, testing. Could be a little louder. Oops, oops. Maybe, yeah, I guess not. Not louder. How about like this? Is this okay? Can you hear me okay? Yeah? All right, so just a few housekeeping things to start. If you guys don't know where the bathrooms are, they're just out the door and to the left, or you could go down the steps to use the restroom. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And there's also the a little bit of feedback, which is really sexy. But there's the silent auction too, which will happen at the end. And we have some really wonderful things at the silent auction. So first of all, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming and thank the Fledge for having us here. And we'll just take a moment and wait. Okay. All right, is everybody sitting? I just want everybody, I'm gonna have you close your eyes. So I just want you to be in a space where you can close your eyes. I think sitting is, less precarious than standing. Okay. So first of all, I just wanted to bring Maya Angelou here, one of my favorite poets. And of course, I have the honor of sharing her name. So I just want to give thanks for the poets that have come before me. And I'm going to start because Maya Angelou says, I've learned that many people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So I hope that I can help you feel better, feel lighter, and more in love with yourself after this evening. So just close your eyes for a moment. As I weave this tapestry of experience and prose, I invite you to close your eyes. Feel the spaces within yourself that maybe nobody knows. Allow yourself to feel human to the core. Peel back the layers of fear forevermore and bring your senses to the here. Let's soften our shoulders, expectations as well. Take a deep breath, drawing up the life force from the depth. Relax and sink into your feet. Feel your souls. Song for a moment, frequency complete. Come on, it'll be me. No opinions or categories need to play a role. Let the sound burn. Fire. Thanks and praises for life. Wow. All right. So, since there's so much happening in the world politically, I'm going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. This is the Pledge of Allegiance to my soul, because this is all I could really devote myself to anymore. So, Pledge of Allegiance to my soul. I pledge allegiance to my soul and the united cells of my temple. I belong to my nature and work with God's will to set an example. I belong to my nature. No longer bound or controlled by my mind or distracted by the lies or fabrication of time. I walk in alignment with the divine and know that nothing can be taken that is truly mine. My day belongs to my free will. No part of me can be sold or enslaved by systems that steal or kill. Any injustice displayed, I am going to resist them. I burn the fire of truth in my heart, and through the lens of grace I impart. No other can say or do what I do. No other can say what I do with my body. No man, woman, or child has any power over me. I am a soldier of love in action, unaffected by consumers, capitalism, or suppression, free and moving in harmony with the drums that have played since the beginning. Heartbeat, rhythm within me. Heartbeat, rhythm within me. I cannot remain in boxes that contain forgiveness and acceptance is my mantra, honest and plain. To my soul song, I pledge allegiance, and this is the only pledge that is sane. So in reverence to all of the beautiful female poets that have inspired me, I do want to also, this is another one from Maya Angelou, and this is because I have all these beautiful women. I'm so grateful for all of you in my life. And this just was so perfect. But it says, lying, thinking last night, how to find my soul a home where water is not thirsty and bread loaf not stone. I came up with one thing, and I don't believe I'm wrong, that nobody, but nobody can make it out here alone. So thank you for that. Okay, so I'm really an organized person. Can you see this? Yeah. So, sometimes life makes you feel like you're just like falling off a cliff. And I think a lot of us have been going through a lot of turmoil. So you kind of feel like you're free falling off a cliff. So to that, I say, hit the ground, baby. Said it's all right now. Hit the ground, baby. Lay your veil down. You're gonna make it somehow. Baby, why so lonely? The day's just begun. Hit the ground, baby. Hit the ground and run. My mind runs, hitting the ground like a shadow trying to find itself. I watch my patterns again, witnessing that skit, scat, squirming mind swim. Where did I go? My experience is like an echo, a repetitive push and pull, peeling me with question, self-deception, waiting for resurrection. There are moments when I am free, pieced together elegantly, maybe just tonight. When sense is not strewn about me like a tattered sweater, worn to ruin like my ego trying to hold me in full form, caught in the contrast of light. Hit the ground, baby. Said it's all right now. Hit the ground, baby. Lay your veil down. See your eyes in mine. Leave the rest behind. I stare blankly at the shadow, feeling the warmth of my bare shoulders, heavy with the burden of judgment of my whimsical choices and hours of ignoring those screaming inner voices. Baby, why so lonely? The day's just begun. Hit the ground, baby. Hit the ground and run. Said it's all right, it's all right. It's all right, even the disappearing light, the questions soften like the muscles around my bones, and somehow I rest. In this place of contentment, I settle like a seed in its dark home within, where a force holds me, nourishes me, and fills me with the will to grow from the ground to the light, from fear to liberated sight. Hit the ground, baby. Said it's all right now. Hit the ground, baby. You're gonna make it somehow. Hit the ground, baby. 'Cause I want to love you now. No need to be lonely when your breath is a constant companion, giving you freedom to lift, freedom to choose, freedom to stop running, and finally be still in love and faith. 'Cause I want to love you now. Thank you. Okay. It feels to me somehow free, relentlessly. Life releases, pleases, teases, elevates into heights of mountain view, then tumbling avalanches, transitions, relationships. Whew. Lighthouses with no ships. Where have all the searchers gone? The wild, the open, the free, engaged in nature's harmony, nature's empathy, honest choreography, no foghorns, no lightning below the surface. Below the surface. Where's the service? Below the surface. Deep divers, I hear your song, and you do belong. Roots running deep through ancient stories, seeping like tea, reality, stories. The tides rise and fall, lift and loose, pull back and roll, create life and take it away. Pulling the tides with the rhythm of my heart, I humbly choose the most royal of love, infinite and profound, expansive sky and rooted in the ground, unfamiliar yet common, hiding in the rhythm, dancing in the silence. I am raw and exposed. Give thanks. All right. So my husband is Rastafarian, and he is from Guyana, and he gives so much. He's so peaceful. The people in the Caribbean, they move at the rate of your heart, really. So he's constantly just telling me just to rest in your own rhythm. So that is what I would like to encourage you to do. There's no pause in the continuum, no rest unless you seek some. Time is a crime. We think and we're deceived. We believe, then can't conceive what's been achieved. We become and then we see. Then dismantle what we thought was meant to be. In the end, no test was given. God and spirit is the house we live in. In truth, no sword can find the heart that has risen from the depths and from the start. Life seems cold, bold, and oh so real. The illusion makes you want to lie and steal, to get the things and look the part, yet your soul is crying in the dark. This journey is much shorter than you think. Don't miss the chance to bless and be the divine living link. We walk uncompromising the language that we talk. Underneath all the stories, the truth reaches like a stalk. So shuck the ego from the shaft. Stop the war and stop the draft. Shine like gold from heaven's heart. Your tools were given. It's time to start. We can't dance beneath oppressive regime. We can't play the games of unethical extreme. Decide your energy is valuable and vote directly for your soul. Sounds and syllables. Don't get buried alive and think that you don't belong. You are here. Use your creative will to succeed. Your passion and perspective, it's what we need. Be compassionate with the lessons at hand. Watch love take command. You will hear the final toll, and in the light beyond reason, you will finally see those that judged committed treason. Everyone gets their season. Thanks. All right. All right. So I often joke, I'm a lover of plants and nature, if you haven't figured that out yet. But so I always feel like I wasn't supposed to be human. I was supposed to be a tree, and this was all a mistake. Like this human thing is kind of a roller coaster. But I have always loved trees, and there was a moment. It's like I went to the redwoods, and I did actually some protesting to help protect the redwoods from being cut down. And I was in a thank you. I was in a forest, an ancient forest. So these stumps are like as big as this whole thing. And it was 40 acres. Like I could lay on the stump like this, you know, and I just cried. Like I felt like it's like you could feel that loss, because the coolest part about the redwoods is that they are family. So when one is gone, then the new comes to life. And I think that's what the Rastafarian people have helped me regain my awareness of the cycles of life and how we need to help the youth and help the elderly. And that's what we do. And we do good, and we show up every day. So this is called trees. I've heard about these trees that reach to the very belly of the clouds and fill their green with the most sweet sunlight. I heard about these trees, old and wise. The roots intertwine like lovers, like family, supporting the nourishment. I heard about these trees, these strong family forces, curing the earth's air with their medicine, folding the soil into ecological prayers of forgiveness. These trees that dance miracles into the wind and find a renewed sense of color for centuries. I heard about these trees, these dynamic warriors that hold our breath as a companion. I heard about these trees that stretch for miles and organize the expanse with deliberate life force that fuels the motivation of inspiration. I heard about these trees, young in manner and ancient in soul. They teach me as if the very matrix of nerve and vein within me. I hear these trees like angels, silencing my fear and holding my spirit. They are reflected so eloquently, like a familiar song, creating my life. Thank you. All right. So, so there's a lot of mamas in here, and let's see if I could do it without crying. but, but this is, so all of us have had the experience of having to leave our children for a time, you know, and I have had to leave my children for long periods of time. And this is to them. Yeah. All right, hold on. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this house just ain't no home anytime she's gone away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. always wondering where to hang your hat. There's something comforting about the thought of that. Wish my love had broader arms, that I could reach the distance from here to there with my feet planted instead of floating in the air. I guess the riptide will one day bring me back to shore. Farewell for now, but know that it's you that I truly adore. You've become my dreams, my love, my life. Through the rebirth of surrender, I shed my grief and strife. I can only hold you close with loose embrace, for my spirit is like the tide changing under the shifting moon's face. Excuse me. For my spirit is like the tide shifting under the moon's changing face. The sun will warm our cheeks together. The horizon will be admired by our loving eyes forever. So even though it feels like there's no sunshine when she's gone, it's not warm when she's away, there will be a place that we could meet every day. That place inside where warmth resides, our passions fuel the dawning light, and forever and ever our spirits will delight. Time will not come or go. Upon the quiet, gentle breeze, our home is one. And though my feet seem to constantly leave, the love we share will always be there to receive. There is sunshine in your heart, and I know it's gonna stay. Bless this life and bless this day, no matter where we go away. I'll be with you anyway. I'll be with you every day. Thank you. Okay. So, all right. Open sea. So this is called Open Sea. I will let it just speak for itself. I came to you for something new. My heart's broken in two. I hoped you'd know what to do. Give me a smile or something sweet. Ask me to sit, rub my feet. Just don't walk away, please. Just let me stay. I know night melts the day, but I need to know, and I don't know how to breathe the light back into my life. How about you? Just sit with me. Maybe have a cup of tea. Tell me why the birds in the cages sing. Tell me why I cannot feel a thing. How is this real? How do you learn how to deal with the lost dreams falling through the seams? Darling, she said to me, I don't have what you need. Pockets are empty, got no magic key. Maybe all I could do is take time to hold you. Thank you for all of you who've done that for me. I could sing a song, tell you you belong. Maybe the angels have a thread from heaven's stash and they can mend your heart or show you how to live with it apart. Baby, I don't know. I don't have the skills to show sweetness and melody, time for your remedy. Somehow, her honesty, open ears that heard my plea, time she spent with me, filled me with something sweet. I felt the sun come from behind the clouds. Maybe not yet clear skies, but the rain has stopped falling from my eyes. I know the singing birds don't compromise because they are free, and so am I. We choose our day and words to say. Change is a blessing anyway. Lay your heart on the table. Do what you're able. Grace will find its place, even within the fresh creases sculpting your face. Don't worry, have faith. Play your story, even if it aches. No remedy, just streams and rivers and open sea. So Rumi is another one of my poets that I really enjoy. So one thing I learned, and it took me a long time, it took me till I was 40s in my ways, that it's so important to honor those who have brought you where you are. And I don't think in the past when I've done performances, I've read other people's poetry. So I'm going to add a little bit more. So this is by Rumi, and it's called Wilder Than Ever. The one who pours is wilder than we, ever become drinking, wilder than wine. The one who fills to the rim and leaves to live in absence with a toast. Go home. There's nothing for you here. A pearl in the shell does not touch the ocean. Be a pearl without a shell, a mindful flooding. Candle burned, turned moth. Head become empty. Jar. Bird settling nest. Love lived. I love that. Oh, alrighty. So, yeah, I'm going to dedicate this one to Luna. So this is called Your Poem, and this is written by me and Elton John. You are the evolution of my sorrow, the dawn after long hours of darkness. The feelings provoked within me bring the golden promise of tomorrow, brilliance and warm softness. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. We build our feelings, our journey in love, into a home for something higher, a witness from within and above. He spoke of his longing to have a home for his mom, a house with plenty of space, and of course, a lot of sun. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my poems, and this one's for you. I wish I had something, a treasure of gold, something fulfilling that could not be bought or sold. I'd deliver it wrapped in all that I am and fill the creases of your doubt with sweetness you'd understand. And you can tell everybody this is your poem. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Sometimes we feel buried in the rubble, emotions we carry, life's baggage and trouble. We just want a token to bring with us back home, a story of something beautiful, or maybe just a stone. I sat on the roof and kicked off the moss. Well, a few of these verses got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind as I wrote down this poem. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. The value of our art and connection to each other, the beauty of this day here with your mother cannot be broken or misshapen by shadows. We bring full hearts, full spectrum. No one can have those. Excuse me for forgetting, but these things I do. That's very true. You see, I've forgotten if they're brown, green, or blue. Anyway, the thing is what I really mean. Yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. Yes, let's not forget those eyes. Reflections of stars and sunflowers colored by experience, soul's window that towers over the mundane that weighs down our hours. Lifted like silk, spun from a webs of question. I'm filled with immense gratitude for this beautiful reflection. And you can tell everybody this is your poem. I know it's quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Yeah, thanks. One more. All right. So this is some of you might be Generation X with me. Maybe, maybe not. They're like, I'm not telling anybody. Uh, but so this is called the Heartbreakers. I think that's what our name should have been. It shouldn't have been X. X means equals Heartbreakers. That's my algebra. Yay! Finally passed algebra. Heartbreakers. They left us without the comforts. That's the word. They left us without the comforts of the world, bare to the elements. They left us without the ability to color. No tools of stability, just a short string tied to an insane world that all of us, whether secretly or not, want to keep at a little bit of a distance. What color would you color the greed and perversion? Or not give it any color or spirit at all? What color is the contrast, nature's bounty and flawless law? We could feed the fire with our passion, burn more bridges, and build a labor of light. We could softly land in the wrong hands or find a hollow ground to fill with sand, but truly the wise and unruly souls hear the whisper of a greater fuel. We hear the poetry braided in the wind. We see the color unfolding within the trees. Quiet voice is spoken, clear and true, like the hum of the bees. The artists using full spectrum of hues, we are the heartbreakers, creeping through the concrete cracks. We are the stories on walls, graffiti of the soul, weeping the truth to water the soil, bearing the fruit. We are the heartbreakers, shedding the light, snakes, delight, reminding you the surface is so temporary, so surreal. No walls last forever, so you may as well feel. Yes, life can be lived with an honest, broken heart, but the cost of true freedom is to never fall apart. They watch us at a comfortable distance, wondering where we'll fall. They forgot that they built the canvas of this all. Oh well. With swollen eyes, tearing from drowned pride, they weep their own story crumbling to ruin. Unfortunate endings? No. Chorus to clue us in. We are the heartbreakers. Generation X, unknown, forever lost in the equation of hieroglyphics, heartbroken for the sake of healing. Thank you. All righty. I think this one might be. All right. So this song, everybody knows Summertime, I think, just about everybody knows Summertime, but this song is the most, I remember when I was probably in third grade, third or fourth grade, and I walked into the library and there was this woman and she was dressed in this beautiful dress. I was like, what is happening? And she was an opera singer and she sang Summertime. And I literally just sat there shaking and crying. And I was like, I just love you. I just love you. Like, and it made me just really fall in love with that song. And so I'm going to bring a little bit of it to you, not like opera style, but Summertime and the living is easy. It might be nice, however, not to work until your bones ache and still be able to grow a garden, for goodness sake. There are better ways to walk. Design a sweeter step. Be careful because joy is contagious and people talk. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Probably also genetically modified and plundered with the polluted thoughts of power, but your daddy's rich and your mommy's good looking. So rich in the belief of change and that beautiful hearts that shine will remain. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Or maybe instead, rise up with a strong, educated voice and cry. Cry, baby. You may as well cry because you're gonna wanna. And medicine comes in all ways. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. When you are low, consume knowledge. Like a caterpillar, soon a butterfly. Winter can't last forever. Thank you. All right. I used to memorize all my poetry, but yeah, a lot has happened since then. I lack that. But this is the one that I remember. So yeah, this is that moment, you meet somebody and it's like suddenly everything feels brighter, like you're just like, man, I kind of want to skip to my car. So, so sometimes in those days, it's like you have to remember the outline and the goodness. Okay. I didn't even hear the music playing. I didn't even hear the music playing. Ba-da-dee-da-doo, ba-da-dee-da-doo. Life is crazy wonderful, and so are you. I didn't even hear the music lining the sidewalks and creeping up like weeds through the cracks. I walked with a silhouette of sadness, an oblivion of the sunshine massaging the back of the clouds. Da-da-dee-da-doo, da-da-dee-da-doo. Life is crazy wonderful, and so are you. Suddenly, something happened. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da. Something within me bloomed into color and filled the openness of my chest. And da-da-dee-da-doo, da-da-dee-da-doo. Life is crazy wonderful. And yes, there you are, sweet muse, finding the outline of the blues and changing its hue, that I may dance instead of strut, that I may sing instead of sigh, that I may be graced into harmony with this divine lullaby. And sometimes the days seem long and dark, but ba-da-dee-da-doo, ba-da-dee-da-doo. Life is crazy wonderful. If we just keep dancing and feel that glorious sunshine within us all, suddenly spring will dawn and da-da-dee-da-da-da-doo-doo, da-da-dee-da-doo. Life will come playing its tune through our cells and celebrate the sweet essence that connects us all. Da-da-dee-da-doo, da-da-dee-da-doo. Life is crazy wonderful, and so are you. You are the sunshine. Come closer to the earth and play. Your children are ready to dance in the light. Da da dee da 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 do do. Da da dee da do. Life is crazy wonderful, and so are you. Thank you. How are we doing here? So this is called Footsteps, and I wanted to, it's funny because we all have opinions, but we only see from here to there, right? So we can't truly know anybody except through our own skin, which, take that or leave it. But this title Footsteps also, I don't know if you've ever seen, there's like a little plaque and it says footsteps. It seems like it's in a whole bunch of like old ladies' houses. Like my grandma had this, but I've read it so many times. So if you ever see footsteps, make sure you pause and read it. I didn't bring it with me, but this kind of was inspired by that because the idea in the one that I'm referring to is that God is, you say, God, like, why did you leave me? And because there was only one footsteps in the sand, because God was walking next to you the whole time. And they said, and God said, I didn't leave you. I was carrying you. So that's the idea behind it. But anyway, so we can only walk in our own footsteps. Footsteps. I can only walk in my own footsteps, feel the dirt under my own 2 feet, look from behind my blue eyes that have become the window from which I see the world. My cells orbit their own way in the universe, my breath's symphony. Mostly, I feel an expansive radiance of love, glittered with emotions of sadness, teary misunderstandings, overwhelmed confusion, and shiny dreams. It's those shiny bits. Yeah, those shiny bits that roll the gloom from my heart and remind me of the eternal, untouchable home that awaits me, that is me, within me. You cannot touch a soul that is like this. You cannot beat that eternal glitter from me. I love that line. Not with words or closed doors, not with threats or sour news. I can only walk in my own footsteps. I will walk as a queen. I will walk because God made me strong and whole. I will walk with integrity of all the queens before me and create a small ripple in the fabric of the universe because there is an expanse of stars in my chest, my own piece of the universe that no one can touch. Sometimes I feel like I may trip and fall and just stop all this walking, but there is still music within me. You may not hear it, but I can't turn it off. I cannot be anything except what I am. There is a reason for each of us. Excuse me. There is a reason for each of us. Without our own rhythm, we are mere shadows in someone else's story. I make no apologies for living with love, for feeling the patterns of my personal joy. I am a free woman, a fierce and free woman. I am a queen and I honor who I am with each step and each breath. Every day we choose. I choose love. I lay my footsteps alone. Grace leads me. Not even a body can prison a soul that is free. I keep walking. One day I'll fly. Thank you. All righty. So, I wanted to read one. So I'm going to talk a little bit about just connecting women. So I'm so honored to walk as a woman, and even though some days it's debatable. But I would like to invite Angela Davis here. So we're going to just get her spirit to come join us for a moment. And I'm going to read one of her poems, and it's called For Every Woman. This This is for every woman that cries herself to sleep, that lies alone in bed at night, that stays awake, unable to sleep. This is for every woman that is scared of being hurt again, that has been left behind, heartbroken, that needs to be given something to believe in. This is for every woman that needs to feel wanted. Man, that's it too, right there. That wants to feel desirable, that feels like no one even cares. This is for every woman that has loved another freely, that shows how much she cares, that accepts others for who they are. You are beautiful. Everything will be okay if you can believe in yourself. But most of all, please love yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Angela Davis. All righty. How's everybody feeling? Okay? All right. Okay. All right. This is called Come On Down from the Mountain. Come on down from the mountain where the people walk free. Come on down from the mountain, please come and see. The sun is shining and the air is nice and clean. Come on down from the mountain where no one is mean. What a dream. Let's walk. Let's walk on even ground. Let the past be cleansed by the sea. Come on down from the mountain where the food is all free. Break down the pedestal and climb a tree. Let time be gauged by laughter and joy. Come on down from the mountain. You don't need a new toy. Feel the process like like trolls in your bones. Understand your own shadows. Be honest. Who knows? Come on down from that peak and stop trying to seek. Rest in peace. When you face what needs to be faced, come on down from the mountain. You don't need a pretty face. You don't pull your pockets inside out and rest in faith. Come on down from the mountain. It's time to create something whole, something healthy, a place where we all relate. Okay. So, yes. This one that is hiding. Yeah, I'm incredibly organized and yeah. Well, I don't know if I actually brought this one. So, I actually had someone ask me the other day. They were like how do you know? Like how do you know like when you can trust or when somebody's being authentic or like how do you know? So this is my answer. How do you know? How do you know if it's an honest connection and not just hormones or humanity climbing like a panther across your vanity? How do you know? Listen. Yeah, listen. Listen to the words, the intention, the tone. Witness the blessing and absurd with equal distance. Listen with your bones. Listen like the trees as the seasons change. Listen to what is real and don't make up stories about what remains. Listen and show up with honesty and integrity. Listen and surrender to the information. Let the frequency hit your soul. Let yourself feel. Because even though the doctors and lawyers have said to me, we don't do that here. Listen. Listen to your heart and the sound of my voice. Listen to the subtle and the gross. Explore the movement and get real close. Feel the wind and hear your song. Stop being petty and wondering if it's acceptable and if you belong. A cell that disassociates and destructs in its own nature is cancer. Climb out of that fear and grandeur and let the ego play its games. When the movie stops, what remains? It is here that the sunlight reaches the seed. The potential and the vision is what you need. Unburied, shined, freed. You know, listen, words, song, power, right now, right here, this breath, this hour, listen. Just a couple more, so this is the one I'm most intimidated by, but the one I love very much. So when I was in the hospital, you know, it's such a humbling experience to be sick. I learned so much. But the one thing I wanted to do the most was to be outside. I thought, oh my God, like nobody can heal without sunshine. Like this is insane. Like there should be like windows, you know. But I remember this little bird came and would just sit on my window for a long time at the hospital. And I would just talk to the window, this bird, but it made me just feel so connected. Like I could feel the sun through the bird, you know, and I could feel like I could see the trees and I was like, oh, I could imagine what it feels like. So, and then suddenly, you know, in that moment, Miss Nina Simone just came like a amplifying through my heart. And I thought, every day when I get out of here, I'm gonna feel the sunshine. And birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Ooh, and I'm feeling good. Dun dun. Dun, dun. Amazing. Amazing how much better we feel when we let things be as they are and decide to heal. Years of trying removed from my body, leaving me a clear channel for simple divinity. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. And really, you should. If you can, resonate with joy. Heaven's promise is a choice. No soul gets an invoice. So relax. Your value is innate. God's seeds always creates. Life breathes. Your job is to relate. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me, yeah. Does the caterpillar dissolve all form of identity to be what it is meant to be? Is it destiny, this journey? Are you here with me completely? Stars when you shine, You know how I feel, scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Ooh. And I'm feeling good. Thank you. All right. So this is going to be the last poem. And this is when I finally get to be with my husband. So those of you who don't know, this is an attempt to raise some money and be with my husband, who I've been trying to get to, who lives in Guyana. Um, Long story, but it's been a long journey. So finally, when I get to see him, it's gonna be like, at last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Hmm. At last, the skies above are blue, and here we are. Oh, I messed it up. No, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. You smiled, oh, when the spell was cast. And here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last. Give thanks for life, give thanks for you, and thank you for coming. Thank you. So we are I'm going to hand the mic over maybe to Cara. Are you going to do the auction or no? We're going to, it's silent. Oh yeah, silent auction, silent auction. That's probably the best part, right? But we do have, if you want to check out the paintings, and we have beautiful mala necklaces that Analise made, and we have gift certificates, 90-minute massage from me, also from Analise and Kristi Carmichael, amazing body workers. And we have a basket, a gift basket too, with a whole bunch. If you like cannabis, there's lots of fun, lovely cannabis things that I all make personally. And yeah, so feel free if you want to check it out and let us know. And thank you so much for coming. Thanks. And don't forget to vote. Yeah.